Hi, this is Ron Mertenson of ronmertblog.com, and I'm here today to talk to you about ImagePrint 10.0. One of the cool new features for it is that it now, in addition to supporting Epson printers, supports one of my favorite printers, the Canon PRO-1000. So what I'd like to do is show you how quick it starts up. So as you see, it doesn't take very long. Now for this presentation, I'm just going to cover the basics. I'm not going to get into advanced layout functionality. But what I do want to show you, in this particular example, I'm licensed for two printers. So I have a Canon PRO-1000 and an Epson P800, two really popular printers, both fantastic. So let's suppose I wanted to put this image on and print it. Now, right away, you see it's the wrong size, wrong orientation. I'm telling you that I want to print on a letter size sheet of paper, so it's giving me a preview of exactly what it's going to print like. And that's the important thing to point out about this, is that you have control over exactly how it's going to appear on the paper. So if you want it to be exactly like this on the paper, that's the way it's going to come out. What you see is really what you get here. So with that in mind, I could come over here and use some of the items on the toolbar like center on page, and that'll put it just right in the center for me. Now, realistically, I probably want to rotate this one. So let's go ahead and rotate it. And then they have this handy little feature right here. It says fit to page. Or I could say fit to margins. Now the difference is that this is going to just fill the whole page based on its aspect ratio. So if you don't want the image stretched or bled or anything, then that's what you want to use, fit to page. Now, if you want to fit it all the way to the margins, it's going to ask you, well, what would you like those margins to be? If I say 0, it's going to be borderless. It's kind of what your choice is. If I say 0, though, as you see, it actually took a little bit off the image and caused it to fill the whole page. Some other things that I can do are flip the image, either horizontally or vertically. And so there's some other basic things that I can do, but I'm not going to get into that right now. If you ever want to restore your image back to its original size, just say restore image. So let's go ahead and put this guy back. Now over here, there's this thing called the image strip, which you see me use. Where those images come from is determined by this image strip folder section, which you can expand out and find folders. You can have favorite folders so you can get to your favorites quickly. We talked about the printer. Now paper size. Got some basic sizes in here by default, but then usually you'll want to go set the size that you want and using user defined. But here's the important part, this printer profile. As you know, printer profiles or the ICC profiles are the #1 thing to get a great print. And the quality of those profiles will determine the quality of your print. So one of the things I can assure you that my experience has been with ImagePrint is that they have some of the best profiles around. Getting profiles and finding profiles can be a pain in the butt. Something really interesting you'll notice right off the bat here is that I'm using a Canon printer with Epson paper. So they only have a couple right now for Epson, but here's the cool thing. If you have the paper, then if you contact their support, they'll send you a target to print using ImagePrint, tell you what you need to do. You can send that into them, and they'll generate an ICC profile for you. So you're not out of luck. It may take you a little bit longer, but there's certainly a solution. And the cool thing is that there's a lot of papers. Now this is one of the newest printers that they've supported, so our paper choices are pretty small compared to some others. Use something like an Epson 3880, there's tons of choices. But you'll see, even with this new printer, you've got some really popular, great brand. And then one of my favorites, Red River. If you're wanting great profiles for a very economical paper, Red River is certainly a great choice. So they feature a lot of Red River papers. And so essentially what you want to come in here and do is choose the paper that you want and then the quality you want. Sometimes that may not be a choice. Here's another really important thing. They don't just create an ICC profile for one lighting type, because one of the things you'll notice is that when you hang your print, the colors of your print may not appear the way you want them to if the color of the light that's on them is not what your profile has been generated for. So we generally tend to just focus on daylight, But what if your print's in an office under fluorescent light? Or what if it's under mixed light, which is actually the most common? What if it's just under tungsten? You can choose the daylight conditions, so this will also help increase the quality of your profile. And this is something that people who generate their own profiles typically won't take the time to do. So I find this functionality here a huge time saver, because I'm an X-Rite Colorati. I know how to build ICC profiles. I do it, something that I enjoy, but it's time consuming. And to get the best results, you're going to spend a lot of money on the best equipment to do it. And they're using that for you. So you'll save in the long run unless you're really using a lot of different papers and you want the most control over your ICC profiles. So once I found the one that I want, let's just say mixed warm, I can say download and apply, and it'll tell me, hey, you don't have this profile, so let me go get it for you. So I click OK, and now it's going to go talk to ImagePrint server and actually pick up that ICC profile for me. Okay, so it doesn't take too long. Now I have it locally. That's great. It's been applied. And so when I print to this Red River paper on my Canon PRO-1000 printer, then I'll have great quality. There's a lot of advanced features I won't get into, but these things like shadow points, this can really help you with your blacks, your dark tones. Coming in here for advanced setup, if I wanted to change the media type, on this particular printer you have the clear coat, and so if you want to have it applied to the whole entire page, just check that option. And if you want to force black and white output, then you check that. There's some basic layout things, annotations and crop marks, and then when you're ready, you just go ahead and hit print. You can find up here file print. Now the cool thing about this is that once you have one of these prints, it's saved in your spooler, so you can go back and reproduce those prints very easily. So if I launch spool face, you can see my previous saved jobs, and I can just drag and drop them up here and it'll print again. Exact same settings. There's also hot folders, which I've discussed on my blog for version 8, but if you just want to have a folder where you drag and drop, that, assuming your printer set up with the right paper that it needs for that hot folder, anybody who can do drag and drop can print to one of your printers. And that's really great for print houses who want someone that maybe isn't a skilled computer person, but they can do drag and drop, and you need them helping you to print out to your farm of printers. And so it can be a huge help. Over at their website, you can learn more about this product, and they talk about a lot of the exclusive features. One of the things this product is really well known for is its black and white performance with a really wide range of tones that's able to support. It's got a lot of other cool things that help you see a lot more details in your image you didn't see before, more accurate colors, without actually being a color scientist. And one thing that really a lot of people like is when they have big, large format printers, is that you could print a whole roll if you wanted to. They have really thought about the needs of professional printers, and it's a very fast product. It can be a little tricky getting things set up at first, and the licensing model is not something that is as modern as some of the others products that I've used out there. But those issues aside, once you have it working, it is a really great product that can give you really high quality results. But if you're unhappy, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and they also have a tutorial where you can try it before you buy it. Now that try it before you buy it will put a watermark on your images, so it's not something you can really fake out. It's just something that will allow you to see how it works. And another important thing to point out is that my blog has the only discount, so be sure to visit ronmartblog.com, click on the printing tab and printing series tab to see a lot more articles. And there's also discounts in the discounts code section. Thanks a lot for joining me.